Broadcasting from Slough. Streaming around the world.
This is Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio. Oh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
The podcast.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Hello and welcome to episode 95 of the best bits of Drive Time from Atom Radio. This is Mark Denholm from the best bits of Drive Time. And I hope you are very well. Loads and loads of lockdowns easing in the UK, however, tightening in other parts of the world as well. So I hope that you are safe and I hope that you are very, very well. Before we get into the podcast today, I just want to talk about something that I saw on the television on Wednesday. Now, the cricket season started here in the UK and Sky Sports cover the cricket. They started with a piece on Black Lives Matters and racism. Michael Holding is somebody who was inspirational to me growing up. I remember watching Michael Holding bowl, and it was him that inspired me. I was like, wow, look how fast that is. I want to bowl like that. Never ever managed it, but he's a man that's always inspired me. As a broadcaster, I will listen with open ears when he talks because he knows his stuff. He's a man that I look up to and I respect. And to see him brought to tears over racism, a man that I look up to, a man that I've always looked up to since I was a child and respected, I found that really, really tough. And I know that racism goes on around the world. It shouldn't. Really, all that matters is the person inside. We are a collection of organs and bones, muscles, ligaments, and all of that inside the skin. The skin is just an outer covering. It doesn't change who somebody is, and it shouldn't. So if you are somebody that suffers with racism, then my heart goes out to you. If you are somebody that is a racist, I would ask you to just take a moment and just think where you learned this from. Where did you learn this behavior from? Because it's not inherited. It's a learned behavior, a taught behavior. Somebody must have taught you to discriminate on the grounds of race, of skin color, of religion or culture, and you must have learned it. Just take a moment and think. We are all human beings. No matter what the color of our skin, we are all human beings. We're not all going to get on with each other, but the reasons that we either should or shouldn't get on with people should be based on who they are, not on the color of their skin, not on their religion, not on their culture. Please, just think about that. It's 2020. There is no excuse for racism in this world. Give it a moment of your time and just think. And if you are someone that does discriminate on racist grounds, please try and educate yourself and try and eradicate racism. It is something that needs to be done. On the podcast this week now, we have winning. We have the things that you miss or will miss about lockdown. We have TV comedy. We have shrinkflation. If you listen, you'll find out what that is. And we also have what I would call sexist dating advice. All that and more on the best bits of Drive Time, episode 95. Here it comes.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
It is Tuesday's Drive Time, online around the world at atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn on iTunes Radio, and on your smart speaker as well. I want to talk to you about ABBA, The Winner Takes It All. Not specifically the song, but have you noticed, though, that ABBA, The Winner Takes It All, right? That's an old 70s song. Nowadays, children are taught, don't worry about the winning, it's the taking part that counts. No. You have to do everything the best you can. You have to try and win at everything, except that you won't win at everything. But you have to try and win. It's no good if you turn up to a job interview ill-prepared, wearing like some dirty t-shirt and ripped trousers or whatever, and say, well, it's all right, I turned up. No, you have to go there with the intention of winning that job. Life is about winning. Like it or not, teachers.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Lockdown has left loads and loads of people out of work, etc., and taking their exercise. This has boiled over as dog walkers throw logs at cyclists whilst nail traps are planted in woods as tensions boil over between riders and pedestrians. The thing with cyclists is they are some of the most entitled people you could ever hope to meet. I'm sure there are some nice ones as well, but there are some crazy cyclists who just believe that they can do no wrong. Like, you know, they're caught on dash cam riding through red lights. It's all right, we've done nothing wrong. What about the highway code? Does it not apply to you as well? Or is it just that you're that entitled that it doesn't?
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Travel news online right now at atomradio.co.uk. If you are thinking of going away, bearing in mind what I said earlier about the potential for rain, don't go to Devon and Cornwall, because angry locals are telling non-locals when they go to Devon and Cornwall to foff, if you get what I'm saying. They're not happy at people arriving with caravans and all that to Devon and Cornwall. There's a picture of some people holding up a banner. Turn around and F off. Ouch. Not welcome.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Things that Twitter users are going to miss about the lockdown. In the UK, bars, restaurants, hairdressers all reopened, while in the US, each individual state has introduced their own coronavirus safety measures. Many people have now taken to saying what they will miss. Working from home and chilling with my cat, Marmalade. It's a ginger cat. Obviously, that's a lady who goes by the name of Ginger Cat. Leanne says spending the last 3 months hanging with the girls, loose with the annoying restriction, or without the annoying restriction of a bra. Shouldn't you have been socially distancing from the girls? David Starr says not having to put on makeup every morning. I don't bother with that anyway. Clean Street says Robbie. Big Wall Dizzle says not being looked at weird, but always staying home. RIP Hannah Kimura, leader of #Kimura Cyber Squad. Don't know what that is, but if it's serious, then RIP. Things I will miss about lockdown: more sleep. Nikki says being able to hear and enjoy the sounds of nature without them being drowned out by the sounds of modern living. And then a list from Thundercats. Clear skies, quiet. Clean streets, not travelling unless I have to. Lack of urgency to get my nails done. Lack of urgency to have hair done. No makeup. Less people at the supermarkets. And so much more. There you go. There are some things that are going to be missed about lockdown. The important thing here is, though, that lockdown may very well have been relaxed, but you are still supposed to be socially distant. There is still a pandemic going on. Please look after yourself. Keep yourself safe. Whilst you're enjoying going to the pub or getting your hair cut and that. Have you done it yet, by the way, or are you still waiting? Still patiently like on the redial. I need an appointment. Oh, it's engaged. Redial. Oh, it's engaged. Redial. Have you got one yet? Have you had your hair cut yet? Or if not, you can always pop round Atom Radio HQ and I'll use the clippers on you.
Mark Denham.
At the start of the week, it was announced that there was a huge rescue package for the arts. And people are pandering over Panto at the moment, saying, well, you know, there'll be no Panto. Would that be such a bad thing? I mean, how many times? Oh, no, he can't. Oh, yes, he can. He's behind you. How many times can you thrash that out? Tired old trash every year. How many times? I don't get it. Like, in terms of concerts, like bands doing new stuff, doing concerts, yeah, fair enough. That's a problem that they can't. In terms of DJs playing sets, that's a problem that they can't. But everybody's focusing in on Panto. I just don't understand why. Like, you know, it's behind you, just like the Panto industry.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
And talk about television, okay, and indeed comedy. Like I listened to a podcast the other day, and I thought this is fairly naff. Each to their own opinion. I don't get like staged, forced comedy. Don't get it. Anyway, what I was going to say was like television. Talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about Fawlty Towers. If you've never seen it, YouTube it. There's loads of it on YouTube. And I was saying, like, you know, there are things in there now that would be unacceptable in 2020. But I was saying, even if you take those out, would it still be considered funny? Also, Keeping Up Appearances, which was a comedy sitcom from the 90s as well, would that still be funny if it was made today? I mean, I love it, but then I've already seen it the first time around. I love Fawlty Towers. I've already seen Fawlty Towers the first time around. Has comedy changed that much? Because I will be honest, I don't watch much modern TV. Cricket, of course, started today. That was back, so I'll have something to watch now, finally, again. But I don't really watch much in the way of modern TV. I am more, an archives person. Fawlty Towers, Open All Hours, Keeping Up Appearances, Knight Rider. I used to love the car in Knight Rider. Even now, I would love one of those. But yeah, what do you think? Has television changed that much? On air at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Thank you so much, Sasha. Phrase knock on wood is traced back to ancient pagan cults such as the Celts, who believed that spirits and gods resided in trees. Knocking on trees may have served to rouse the spirits and call upon their protection. So there you go. There is where the phrase knock on wood comes from. Now I know, I'm alright, I'm happy. Now that I know, I'm genuinely happy with that. What about touch wood though, Sasha? Where does that come from? You need to tell me that as well.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Speaking of shame, Burger King, the well-known people who do burgers, could be closing 1 in 10 of their restaurants. They say because of coronavirus. I'll give you a clue, Burger King. All right, I'll give you a genuine clue. It's because you're overpriced.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
I want to talk about things that have shrunk without the price shrinking. I'm talking about things that you buy and that, things that have shrunk. I'm thinking cream eggs. They're well known for it, aren't they? It's well known. But then there are others that are easily more tangibly measured, like Jaffa cakes, for example. If you buy McVitie's Jaffa cakes, they used to come in boxes of 12. They now come in boxes of 10. That's shrunk, hasn't it? Toblerone is another one. They've increased the gap in between the triangles, meaning there's more air and less actual product. But they didn't drop the price, though. So on air at atomradio.co.uk, things that have suffered with shrinkflation, they call it. Things that are no longer as big, but still the same price.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
This is Mark. Hello, that's my name. With you till 7 o'clock on Drive Time today, and I want to talk about dating. Okay, a dating coach. Who on earth needs a dating coach? What does a dating coach do? Anyway, Anna Bay is based in London. She's 34 and she is a dating coach. I don't know what they do, but I bet it costs a fortune, but not very much. She reveals the 7 signs a man will never commit to you. Well, hold on, Anna. Hold on. Why does it say a man? What about women? Women also play the game, and you can't say they don't. She reveals, though, the 7 signs, according to her, that a man, I mean, she's obviously been messed about, which is where she's come up with this kerfuffle from. But she's saying that the 7 signs a man will not commit to you: being inconsistent, talking to other girls online. Oh, come on, how draconian are you? Why can't they have friends who are of the opposite sex? She calls it disrespectful, talking to other girls. So when you get in a relationship, you have to ditch all friends of the other sex. Needing space, glued to his phone. Maybe you're just boring. Have you ever thought of that? Not treating you, he disappears. Those are the signs that a man won't commit to you. All right, Anna, well, now follow that up with the signs that a woman won't commit to you, because it does happen both ways.
Atom
I tell you now, if that had been written the other way, it would have been called sexist. Let's be honest, dating in 2020, and I'm not a dating coach, but dating in 2020 is a minefield. It really is, you know. I remember seeing something last year on Facebook and I thought it's so true. And it said marriage is like betting someone half your stuff that you won't fall out. And it's so true, isn't it now? From my experience, from friends' experience, they've been done over by the ladies. Now, I know that, you know, guys used to have a very bad rep. But it's the other way round now, from the experiences that I've heard of from my circle of friends. I don't know. Let's just get on, eh? Just get on. Let's all be friends with benefits, maybe. Who knows? Do whatever you're happy with and just let's hope it works out for you. That is it for episode 95 of the podcast. Episode 96 will be along next week. Make sure you check out the show Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. on Atom Radio.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Check out the show back on Monday on atomradio.co.uk, and don't forget you can subscribe on iTunes, on Spotify and on Google as well. Keep yourself well.
Atom Radio.